Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort officially kicks off next Friday, August 23rd, and we could not be any more excited. In today's video, we're going to check out everything you need to know to help prepare you for the ultimate Halloween time at Disneyland experience. We're going to talk about everything from the new exclusive Halloween time foods that are releasing, talk about decorations and updates that you need to know before visiting the resort for the Halloween time season. It's all in this video and much more, so stay tuned. But before we get started with today's video, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when we do drop a new video. So let's get started. Now, starting this video off here in the Esplanade, when you do come over here, you can see that there are different banners. And as you make your way towards California Adventure Park, you can see it says Disney California Adventure Park with like different things that are themed for that specific area of the resort. And if you turn around, you can actually see the Star Wars themed, you know, Halloween-ish kind of thing, as well as the Disneyland train, or I should say, what is that, Big Thunder. So again, just depending on which way you're faced, it shows like that area of the park you're about to get in. But it's just really cool, just like these small minor details for Halloween just makes it really fun. And another big tip, if you are coming for the Halloween time here at the Disneyland Resort, when you guys come inside Disneyland, we have the 25-foot long Mickey Flowerbed area, and this thing always gets decorated for the Halloween season or just pretty much any season around the Disneyland Resort, which is really nice to see. Sometimes they even decorate Mickey with a little mask or even change it to Minnie and make it really festive. So if you guys are coming, this is one thing you want to come take a picture of and see the different colored flowers that Disney does such a great job every single season with.
So the first thing we like to see as soon as we get off the tram is the banners that are out in the Esplanade. It puts a big old smile on my face. So if it's your first time ever coming, make sure you go and take a look at all of this different artwork. Another thing to look out for is the character pumpkins that are usually on top of the gate. It always brings a huge smile to your face. It's a great photo opportunity. So those will be out here soon. Make sure you get a photo with them.
And another big tip is getting yourself a Disneyland map, especially when it changes over for the Halloween time. Now, of course, Halloween doesn't actually start here until the 23rd of August, and it'll run obviously all the way through Halloween. So again, if you're coming, make sure you pick yourself up a Halloween time map. It's really fun. It shows you all the things that you got to do here at the park, just different locations, photo ops and such. So again, if you are coming, pick up that map because it truly does help out.
A thing to look out for during the Halloween season here on Main Street is the characters. They will be dressed in their costumes and they're fantastic. Every year there is a new changeover of costume. So you can either find them here first thing in the morning at the train station and they're up on the platform, or throughout here on Main Street, they pick a little corner. You can take your child to go get a really nice photo opportunity with them.
Now, this isn't just a lamp pole. During the Halloween time season, you could see fun festive decorations throughout all of these lamps here on Main Street. Now, typically they have a really fun pumpkin Mickey with other flower arrangements in it, and it says Halloween time at Disneyland. So make sure you check those out when you do come here. It's just fun. It's all bright orange and it just looks really cool. It definitely puts you in the mood for Halloween, and these can be found pretty much throughout the entire Main Street area. On the topic of meeting characters here on Main Street and their outfits, we actually got a first-hand look on how some of the Halloween time characters' outfits are going to look at D23, which was really fantastic. So if you guys didn't go to D23 or want to see what those look like, make sure you also check out that video linked up above. But more fun Halloween time things to go over right now. Not only does all the flower arrangements change for the Halloween time season, but the most iconic thing to do is check out the pumpkin Mickey. Now, he's going to be showing up pretty darn soon. It's right around the corner. We actually saw him backstage, so we know for sure he's already here. But one big thing to do is actually get a picture with the pumpkin Mickey that's right here in the center area. And remember, guys, when you come inside, he's smiling at you. And then on the way out, he's actually winking at you. And a lot of people call him Blinky, which is really, really neat. We're so excited to finally see him. Again, these lines can take quite a while to go in, sometimes even runs up to about an hour. We love doing it though, so it's one iconic thing to do every time for the Halloween season. And make sure you come back during the nighttime because nighttime photos are really cool as well.
It's beautiful, but lines will be long no matter what time of day.
Of course, one major thing to do for the Halloween time season is doing some seasonal shopping and see what new merch they have. And every year they always have something fun. So let's make our way inside the Emporium and see what new merchandise or what other merchandise is available for Halloween time. And pretty much inside the Emporium, you guys have tons of different options for different shirts and clothes and ears. And some that really stand out to us this year is the Lightning McQueen Halloween time shirt, as well as this Fun Boo shirt, which I believe also has a matching one for Mickey and Minnie. And of course there are other fun things such as different like ears that you can get and other really cool and neat Halloween time season merchandise. So again, just a lot of shopping that can be done in here for just different items you might want. So keep that in mind. You can see there are tons of different fun Halloween time merchandise here inside, and some of the things that we really like this year are this Mickey with his awesome outfit that he's going to be wearing this year. And one new item that has arrived is this Mickey's Pumpkin Patch shirt. I absolutely love this button-down shirt. It's going to be so hard to not pick it up, and something like this would run $64.99. Oh my gosh, this is so neat. This is so cool. I'll have to show Nicole that, but yeah, that's actually a new item that just arrived, as well as the matching Crocs that we've been waiting for to come out. So they're finally here, which is nice to see. I know that they have the child and toddler versions, which are nice as well, but it's cool to see that these have finally arrived. And of course, there's other souvenirs such as the iconic Mickey mug, which we really like every single year. They're just fun and something kind of easy to take home. And again, for the price point of $25. And if you have a magic key, it's a little bit cheaper, of course. And we also have like fun Loungefly bags that you can pick up as well. So a lot of just seasonal and fun things here inside the Emporium. And you got to do your shopping kind of, not necessarily first thing, but try to do it sooner than later, because sometimes merchandise does sell out. And for $49.99, it looks like we also have a Stitch candy jar, which is really fun. I know a lot of people have been interested in this. But also another new item that we've seen for today is this Stitch button-down shirt. Looks so fun. Looks like we have Stitch kind of jumping out of the pocket, keeping with his like same theme that he has this year. And again, it's just a really nice material. Man, this looks so cool. Look at the back, guys. That's so fun. The merchandise here is just always on point. Another thing we found for $19.99 is this really cool jack-o'-lantern Mickey. It says Happy Halloween on the back. So this would be fun for kids if they're going to be trick-or-treating and stuff. I know last year we meant to pick something like this up, but this is just really cute, something fun, and for the price tag of $20, we don't think it's actually too bad. And another big hyped up item is the Stitch jumping out of the jack-o'-lantern, which will run you $69.99. And we showed pretty much all the new merchandise that's here for the Halloween time season. So if you haven't yet, check that video out to see more of an idea of like what things you might want to pick up when you guys do come for the Halloween time. Doesn't look like they have any of those little Mickey Mouse pumpkins in stock. But of course, we'll check out other stores in this video. And of course, one thing that kids really love are these bubble wands. We know Raylani absolutely loves hers, thanks to some close friends of ours for picking one up for her. But these are really fun, they light up, and throughout the nighttime, it just looks really fun. So if you do love bubble wands, or your kids love bubble wands, this would be a wonderful thing to pick up also for the Halloween time season. We are back on Main Street. Another thing we wanted to point out is during the Halloween time season, you guys want to take a look at some of these window displays. Whether you're doing some window shopping or not, this actually looks really fun. They decorate them so fun and fantastic. And again, just every year, it's always something different. So you can see right here, we have a Donald Duck and a Daisy Duck. So just keep your eyes peeled. You never know what you might find. Don't forget to come here to the Main Street Cinema if it ever gets a little bit overwhelming or too hot for you or your little ones. Just because inside they have AC, they have some cartoons playing, and it's just a nice place to kind of come catch a quick relaxing break. And that's here on Main Street at the Main Street Cinema. And if you guys didn't know, Disneyland actually started pushing for more of this Halloween time stuff back in 2006, and it's been an ongoing thing ever since. And pretty much, again, throughout Main Street, USA, we're going to see a lot of fun decorations, such as different jack-o'-lanterns, one of our favorites being the Elvis jack-o'-lantern, which we're not going to tell you specifically where it's at, just so you guys can have some fun trying to find it. But again, all the garland, all the flowers, all the wreaths, everything that Disney does here on Main Street looks fantastic. And pretty much this is the spot during the Halloween time season to be at, just because I feel like this is where everything's actually happening. Again, you got the characters a little bit closer to the front entrance, and then here you just get like all that festive feels just with all the fun decorations that are out. So keep your eyes peeled for all the little things. Disney does a wonderful job with it. And another big thing to keep in mind is starting August 22nd, the Starbucks turnover for the fall time drinks, of course, the pumpkin spice latte will officially kick off. I think we're gonna come here to Disneyland to enjoy it. But again, if you guys are Starbucks fans just like us and you want that PSL, make sure you remember that date. And here's a pro tip. If you guys are coming for any big merchandise or any sort of popcorn buckets and stuff like that, one big thing would be to come over here to the Main Street lockers and pick up yourself a locker, because you're not going to be wanting to tote a bunch of things around. And again, these do run out really fast, so make sure you kind of get this first thing in the morning. Right outside of the locker area, it looks like we're already starting to see some turnover for some fall time colors, which is really nice to see. We also have a little bit kind of right outside of Starbucks. So again, just the little things like we talked about earlier is just, you'll notice little things around the entire Main Street area.
One big thing to look out for during the Halloween season is Candy Palace. They will have some Halloween themed treats or candies even, so let's go take a look at their showcase.
At the moment, the Halloween time treats aren't actually here, but one thing to keep in mind, like Nicole pointed out, is we have all different types of themed treats. A lot of fun like Mickey apples and cupcakes. So just keeping that in mind, just because it is something really fun, and especially like if you are visiting, you want to take a few of these things back. It's actually really cool to do that. Like we like doing that some years with like family and stuff like that, or just for a little one for a quick snack. So keep that in mind. Of course, also inside the Candy Palace, they have tons of other fun Halloween goodies. Something that just kind of showed up, and for $11.99 is not too bad. Looks like we have a Jack Skellington little Mickey pail, and Nicole and Raylani both really like these, so we actually picked one of these up for Raylani the other day. But something new that just came in is this jack-lantern, or is it jack-o'-lantern, right? I guess that's what it would be called. But for $11.99, you could pick one of these up.
So during the Halloween season, if you didn't know, here at the Plaza Point in-store, you could actually get your Halloween ears customized. So you just come right here, there's a line formation, and they can go ahead and decorate with like special messages, or they could add the ear. They have a list of what they can add to those ears. So definitely, if this is your one and only time coming for the Halloween season, it's a great way to commemorate it. While we're on this side of the park, a great tip if you haven't already been or it's your first time, there is a children's nursery right here for little ones or toddlers.
Also here on Main Street, there will be some fun Halloween time cavalcades with all the characters dressed up in their festive attire. Now those typically run at $145 and $245, so keep that in mind. But of course, download the Disneyland app for more information, especially to know dates and times for what things may be closed also during your stay here at the Disneyland Resort. But keep that in mind, just because those are really fun parades. I know Raylani loves seeing them each and every year. We have officially made our way all the way over here to where Walt and Mickey are at. And for every Halloween season, there are some pumpkins that are decorated all around this area of the park. And you can see some of your favorite characters, including Jack, as well as Winnie the Pooh. So keep that in mind if you are coming. It's just a fun little area to come over here and stop on by and see the fun decorations that they have out.
Another helpful tip that we want to mention, if you haven't heard of rope dropping or don't know what rope dropping is, it means to get here to the main entrance gate at about 7:30 in the morning or so. I want to say around 7:40-ish, they start letting people trickle into the parks. None of the stores are open, nothing is open yet, but you can walk up to about each land and it's roped off. So once the rope drops at 8 a.m. when the park officially opens, that's when everybody can run to the land. A good use of your time during that rope drop hour would be to use your mobile app to lock in your Halloween time popcorn buckets or sippers, or to physically wait in one of those lines at the restaurant or booth. So just keep that in mind.
One big question we get every single year is, what is the weather like for the Halloween time season? Now, of course, it is August and next Friday is when the official kickoff of the Halloween time season begins. But currently we're sitting at high 80s and it is really, really warm, just because the humidity topped on that just makes you kind of like pour sweat. But at nighttime, it gets to about mid 70s, so you can pack accordingly. Of course, as we make our way to September and October, it could slightly cool down, but it's still quite hot. Now, I know probably a lot of you guys aren't going to actually be coming till probably more so in October, just because that's kind of more of the spooky time of year. So keep that in mind. We'll keep you guys updated on the months to come to show you and kind of talk about the weather like we usually do in our videos. So keep that in mind. Just pack accordingly. We want you guys to stay warm and stay cool all at the same time. We have just arrived to the castle. It's been quite a while since we've actually seen it in person. It's always so beautiful. And of course, one big thing to note for the Halloween time season is the fireworks show. Now the fireworks show is called Halloween Screams, and it runs every night at 9:30. So keep that in mind. It's a really wonderful show. And again, you're gonna have to camp out slightly early if you want a good spot in front of the castle. But Nicole and myself and Raylani, we truly love being on Main Street, as we can see the projections like on the side of the buildings. But again, just keep that in mind. It is a really wonderful fireworks show to see. Of course, one of Raylani's favorite things to do, just in general, is check out the Disneyland Ducks. And you can see them pretty much throughout Main Street in the little pond areas. But again, if you have little ones, this is a nice little spot to kind of just come look at the ducks, and it entertains them too. So it's a nice like break from like all of the madness that is happening all around you pretty much throughout the day. Right, babe? This is like one of our favorite things to come do.
Yeah, the ducks are just very nice to look at. I would say they're friendly, but we don't touch them or get near them, so I wouldn't know how friendly they truly are. But it's definitely really fun to see all their crazy little quirky personalities. One thing you should absolutely do to beat the heat, whether that's for your little ones or big ones like us, is take a step into the Tiki room. It's a nice place to go sit down for a few minutes. You get the nice show, you get a really cool breeze and lots of shade. Sometimes you can even take like a nice little snooze in there. So if you haven't already been to the Tiki room, we highly recommend it, as it's one of our favorite attractions. Also, a helpful tip for the Halloween season, we did see on the foodie guide that there is going to be a special Dole Whip for the Halloween season that's going to be in theme of Monstropolis, I want to say. So Monsters Inc. is getting a little food introduction here to Tropical Hideaway.
We just got out of the Enchanted Tiki room. Now keep in mind, during the summertime, or even as it begins to get to Halloween, it is very warm, as we stated at the beginning of this video. So keep in mind, it does get really packed in there, and they pretty much use up like all of the seats. So if you're just trying to experience it normally, maybe go in the morning. But as like the day continues on, as it gets a little bit hotter, there's gonna be much more people in there. So keep that in mind. We have officially made our way inside of Frontierland, and one big thing we wanted to point out for the Halloween time is right here at Pioneer Mercantile. So inside this store, you can see that they have all of the Halloween time merchandise, or a lot of things that you can find pretty much throughout the rest of the park. Now keep in mind, sometimes this place is a little bit hidden. Some people don't really know about this, so it could be a little bit more quieter. So if you're trying to do your shopping, this might be the best place to come to. And usually outside of the Pioneer Mercantile, they also have like pumpkin things and other fun photo backdrops that you guys can take pictures with as well.
So right behind me here in Frontierland, there is a dedicated Halloween tree. And that tree actually got dedicated to Ray Bradbury, who wrote the novel, The Halloween Tree, which we still have yet to read. But I think it was just a great concept. They introduced it in 2007. It's one of my favorite trees to look at. And as we've said, we've been to Disneyland, we've been to Halloween time many times, but looking at it each year is like the first time all over again. They do have hand-painted pumpkins on there, which I just learned. And again, the lights at night just look so beautiful. So if you have time while you're here at the Disneyland Resort during the Halloween time, make sure you take a moment to admire that beautiful tree. So right behind me in this little cove is actually a really special spot. In the month of September is when we celebrate Spanish Latin Heritage Month, and Disney does a good job of recognizing that as well. And it kind of ties into the Halloween season as we celebrate Dia de los Muertos. So they have a special spot here where they have a beautiful ofrenda, they have the beautiful marigold flowers, the skeletons and alebrijes. You can also meet special characters such as Miguel from Coco. You can meet Mirabel from Encanto. So just make sure that if you're here in the month of September that you take advantage of coming over to this beautiful spot.
One thing also to keep in mind is that all the popcorn stands, or majority of the popcorn stands, you're gonna find the new Halloween time popcorn buckets. And the Mickey this year looks so fantastic. So again, if you're trying to get things like that, make sure you check out the popcorn stands. The lines will get crazy long. So again, we recommend mobile ordering some of the things if you're trying to get them. We're now making our way into New Orleans Square, where we have a few things we want to talk about. But as you guys can see, the crowds are crazy. And this hasn't even started the Halloween season. So keep that in mind. A lot of people we've talked to say that September is much better if you're trying to come here for the Halloween time season, just because again, in October is pretty much what, you know, the generalized public will come for Halloween. And that seems to be more of the Halloween time, if you ask me. Like if I didn't do Disney, I'd probably want to come in October just to get like the spooky vibes then. But again, just keep that in mind, just because there's going to be so many people. And again, rope dropping, like Nicole pointed out earlier in the video, is probably going to be your absolute best bet.
So we are in the New Orleans Square area. Sorry it's quite loud, the band is playing music. What we wanted to point out is right here at the Royal Courtyard in the Port of Orleans area is where you can actually meet Jack and Sally. They do come out for the start of Halloween season, I believe into the Christmas time. Lines are always busy. When we've seen in the past to try to meet them, it's extremely packed throughout the entire day. It was recommended that around lunchtime it might be a little bit easier to meet them as everybody's trying to get some meals in, so just keep that in mind. If you want to see Jack and Sally, this is where you can find them.
And right next door to where you can meet Jack and Sally, there's a place called Port Royal Curios and Curiosities. In this area, you can actually find a lot of Jack merchandise, some Haunted Mansion merchandise, so keep that in mind if you want to do some shopping also in this area. Now we're cruising more towards the back where the Haunted Mansion holiday is, and we wanted to talk about this ride, guys. So again, if you are coming, it's not how it used to be in years past, just because the construction is going to be running all the way until November 15th. So it's a virtual queue based. I'll link up above a way you guys can enter the queue, but there's a queue every day at 7 a.m. and another queue at 12, so noon, where you can enter to actually get on this ride. But the ride is really fun. Per usual, it's always decorated so nice, and it's the Haunted Mansion holiday that has been going on since 2001. So if you have not been on this ride and you're coming for the Halloween time season, we would highly recommend you guys to come over here to the Haunted Mansion. And another thing to keep in mind is if you are coming over here and you're wanting to access Critter Country, unfortunately at the moment, Critter Country is down as they are getting ready for that grand opening on November 15th for the Tiana ride. So keep that in mind. You can't really access Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You'd have to go through Frontierland. So again, it kind of cuts off the park right here. And of course, getting on the Haunted Mansion ride for the Halloween time season is an absolute must. So try your best, use the tips and tricks we provide in the video that we linked, just so you guys can secure your spot if you are coming for the Halloween time season.
All right, guys, so we're gonna start to wrap it up here as it's getting quite hot, but quickly, Raylani, Henry, myself, all wanted to say thank you to all of you for your kind messages in regards to your concern for Raylani and her little boo-boo that she had. She's thriving, she's doing much better. She did better the second we left the hospital. So again, thank you again. Your words are truly like so special to us and just calmed us in that time of need.
Yeah, so thank you guys so very much. And a huge shout out to Chalk. You guys did awesome taking care of Raylani, and we truly appreciate it. But in regards to the Halloween time season here at Disneyland, we're going to keep you guys updated, so feel free to follow us on Instagram for more. We're also going to make our way here pretty much between now and next Friday to give more updates, so stay tuned for that. But with all that being said, let us know down in the comment section below if you're going to be coming for the Halloween time season here at the Disneyland Resort. We would love to hear. But with all that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when we do drop a new video. And like we always say,
may you always have a magical adventure.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.